Get back now to a press conference that's happening in California, where a California high school sprinter stripped of her state title due to unsportsmanlike fire extinguisher celebration is speaking out. Here she is Claire. Let me make sure I get her name right. Claire Adams, 16-year-old sophomore at North Salinas High School. Let's take a listen to it.
Yeah, I celebrated. I've never, ever celebrated like that ever before in my track career, ever. So for the people who know me, they know. If you guys have been to my track meet before, y'all know that that was the first time I've ever done something like that. But I did that because it was well deserved.
Yeah.
And right. During that race, I beat a USC commit and a Stanford commit. So where am I going?
She's a sophomore.
So yeah, after I sprayed my spikes, the officials, not one official, the officials, like 3, 4, they came at me and they started like yelling at me and screaming at me, and one of the officials grabbed my arm. So yeah, that's when my dad went over the fence, because if someone grabbed your child, you would do the same thing. So when he went over the fence, he tried to get over to the field, and then apparently they got the PD like following him and stuff. It was just weird. So when the officials came up to me to tell me, they had to get like 3 officials to tell me that they were going to DQ me, which is just crazy. So the 3 officials came up to me and they were like, we're disqualifying you for unsportsmanlike conduct. And I was just like, what? Like, I can't even explain like what was going through my mind, because it was just like blank. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wake up. Nah, I was up. And yeah, they told me they were going to disqualify me for unsportsmanlike conduct. And they didn't, that's all they said. They didn't go into depth. They didn't really say, they just said, for what I did, it was unsportsmanlike, you're done. So I kept telling them, okay, call my dad. Call my dad. They kept saying no. They kept saying no. My dad's a coach. He's a coach too. Call him. Still said no. They talked to my head coach, but they didn't talk to my sprint coach, the coach that is there when it's cold outside, when it's nighttime. They didn't call him, so that was weird. What else? So when they told me that I was going to be DQ'd, they just told me that. They just told me no, that they weren't going to call him, and then after a while, they just left me standing there. And I had to watch the girls get on the podium without me. I had to watch somebody else get on the number 1 spot that I was supposed to stand on. And that wasn't cool at all. That was wrong. That was foul. Trifling. So many negative words. It was just wrong. And then after that, my dad came and got me. I was just crushed. Yeah, it was really bad. They made me feel like nothing. They made me feel like, they tried to make me feel like I did something wrong, but I know I didn't do nothing wrong. I was away from my competitors. I was away from people, so they couldn't say what I did was dangerous, because it wasn't dangerous. Sprayed the floor, I didn't do it on the track. Maurice Green did it on the track, and it was still cool, but I knew I couldn't do it on the track, because if I would have did it on the track, we wouldn't even be here right now. And I knew that. So that's what happened. And yeah, I do need to see counseling, because to be honest, my mental's not really 100% all the way there. And if I'm going to compete this summer, which I have Nike coming up and USATF Junior Olympics qualifiers coming up, and AAU. I have to be mentally stable, and you can't run with a messed up mind. You're not going to run good. I'm not going to perform how I did at state if my mind's not right. So yeah, I need that. And my dad does too. He was there with me. We both need it. So if you know me, especially if you train with me and are on my track team or was on my track team, y'all know how hard I've worked. And y'all know that nobody sees when I throw up on the track. Throw up with my teammates too. I'm not the only one. But y'all don't see that. Y'all don't see when it's freezing, we want to stop. The 150 repeats, man. Them 800s. Y'all don't know. But it's hard and it's not easy. And I worked so hard for that title. I've been working for it since I was 5 years old. So for it to get taken away like that within minutes was just not cool. It was not cool. And the CIF, really? Like, y'all are wrong for that. Y'all still haven't contacted my dad either. He's right here. So, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And that's pretty much how I feel about the whole situation. I've gotten people that I ran against telling me I did nothing wrong. Even my competitors are saying that it was cool. I got professional athletes texting me that what I did was not a problem, that I'm bringing fun to the sport.
Yes.
You go to a football game, you know you're going to have fun. It's a football game. People are going to do the most when they score. You go to a basketball game, somebody's going to slam dunk. You know it's going to be fun. People are going to go crazy. You go to a track meet. I hear all the time, y'all just running. Y'all just running like, how? What's exciting? You know? It's probably only exciting if you really know the sport. But if you don't know the sport, you could not know football or basketball and know it's going to be exciting. If you don't know track, you think it's boring because they're just running.
You're watching Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. I'm Nick Sturtevant. Right now, you're watching a live press conference there in Salinas, California. That's the high school athlete, the sprinter, Claire Adams, who was disqualified, losing the state title after a celebration made famous more than 20 years ago by sprinter Maurice Green, gold medalist Maurice Green. She used a fire extinguisher to spray off her track spikes. Again, it was a celebration. Her title was stripped from her. So that press conference is happening right now.